Hello and welcome to episode 34 of Customer Success Rants Musings with myself, Rick Adams from practicalcsm.com. Now, last week we did an episode of the Rants and Musings around the topic of how customer success management and change management are actually very closely interlinked and interwoven. And as promised, this time I want to go into a little bit more depth about one particular and well-known, well-published change management framework, which is the ADKAR framework for change management. So let's just take a look at the ADKAR framework, if that's okay. So it's developed by a company called Prosci, Prosci. You can find them at prosci.com. It's recommended by ourselves, practicalcsm.com, for customer success managers. I like it because it's simple, it's straightforward, it's logical. We overview it within our certified CSM professional program. It's easy to get more in-depth training on it if you wish to. It's generally very accessible. Your customers even may already know about it, and it is based upon the common yet overlooked reality that organizational change only happens when individuals change. And that, by the way, is a direct quote from the prosci.com website. So just want to go through what ADKAR actually stands for. We don't really have time to do anything in more depth than that, I'm afraid. But A is awareness. So that is raising the awareness within the organization and therefore within the people within the organization of the need for change so that you get people on board and get people at least accepting it. D is desire. And that is that raising that acceptance level. So until people want to make the change, you are effectively, it's like leading a stubborn mule. They're going to dig their heels in the ground. They're going to make it as difficult as possible. Compared with, an eager puppy or whatever, who is going to be, pulling on the lead and pulling you forwards with it and making sure that this change happens. So desire to support the change is D. K, knowledge, knowing how to make the change. That's really important. And this, of course, is where the customer success manager comes in. That is exactly their role as the guide who helps the customer to know what needs to be done and to plan for it effectively and to make sure that they haven't forgotten anything. And then obviously to implement that change. So A is ability, the ability to demonstrate skills and behaviors. So what we're talking about here is, well, how do we then make sure that the people who are involved in the change actually know what they need to know and don't just know it, but can actually do it and are willing to do so, as well as we've talked about in desire. So A is about ability to demonstrate the skills and behaviors that are needed for the change to occur and to get the results that are needed. And then finally, R, after the change has happened, is reinforcement. So reinforcement to make the change stick. So what we don't want to have happen is that when we turn our back, having done our job, we find that everybody goes back to doing it how they used to do it because they're more comfortable with it, even though it is not the most effective or efficient way of doing it. And therefore, of course, we've wasted our time and we haven't got the results that we wanted. So that's R, is reinforcement. So awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, reinforcement. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully you can see how that fits very well within what we do in customer success management and how a knowledge and an understanding of ADKAR and more widely of change management best practice can really help customer success managers. So there we go. That's it from me. A little bit about ADKAR. I hope you found it useful. If you want more, come on one of our training courses, right? So that's it from myself, Rick Adams from practicalcsm.com, and we will see you hopefully in future episodes. Thank you.